They walk into the room, and instantly, the energy shifts. They're confident, charismatic. People are drawn to them, until they're not. Because beneath the charm, beneath the surface confidence, lives a desperate need to be seen, and a bottomless fear of being exposed. This is narcissism, and it's not what most people think it is. Narcissism isn't just vanity. It's not about taking selfies or loving yourself too much. In fact, it's often the exact opposite. At its core, narcissism is the inability to hold a stable sense of self, to feel enough, without others reflecting that image back. Narcissists build a mirror-made identity, crafted entirely from external validation. Without admiration, they feel invisible. Without praise, they feel worthless. And behind the armor they wear so well is a fragile, terrified child who never felt truly loved for who they were. Narcissism often begins in childhood, not always with abuse. Sometimes, it starts with performance-based love. A child learns, if I'm perfect, I'm praised. If I fail, I'm punished or ignored. So they begin to construct a false self, a version of themselves that always wins, always shines, always pleases. But the real self, the one with flaws, fears, needs, that self is buried, forgotten, shamed. And when you hide yourself for long enough, you start to forget you even exist. There are two faces of narcissism. One is obvious, the grandiose type, loud, charming, arrogant. They dominate rooms, boast accomplishments, seek constant attention. The other is covert, quiet, sensitive, self-pitying. They seem shy, sometimes even humble. But underneath, they believe they're more misunderstood, more special than others realize. Both types are disconnected from their real selves. Both live through a mask, and both rely on others to fill a void they don't want to face alone. In relationships, narcissists often move fast. They shower you with compliments. They make you feel seen, needed, even adored. It feels like a fairy tale, until the script changes. Suddenly the compliments stop. The warmth fades, the tension grows. You start to doubt yourself. You walk on eggshells. You wonder, what did I do wrong? But the truth is, you didn't change. They did. And the moment you stop feeding their need for admiration, they start to see you as a threat. That's when the manipulation begins. They gaslight. They twist your words. They rewrite history. They make you question your reality because their survival depends on controlling the narrative. They don't lie to hurt you. They lie to protect the mask. Because if it cracks, even a little, they fear they'll disappear completely. Narcissists don't see people. They see reflections. If you admire them, you're useful. If you criticize them, you're dangerous. They struggle with empathy. Not because they're evil, but because empathy requires vulnerability. And vulnerability is terrifying. So instead of connecting, they control. Instead of feeling, they perform. Instead of loving, they demand to be loved. Can narcissists change? Yes, but not easily. Healing narcissism means dismantling the false self. It means looking at the parts of themselves they hate the most. It means grieving the love they never received, and learning to love themselves without applause, without mirrors, without masks. Some never get there, because to heal, you first have to admit you're broken, and narcissism resists that truth with everything it has. If you love a narcissist, you might hope your love can fix them. But here's the hard truth. You can love them, support them, empathize with their pain. But you cannot rescue someone who doesn't want to be seen without their mask. You cannot heal someone who blames you for their wounds. You cannot lose yourself trying to hold someone else together. So protect your boundaries, know your worth, and don't confuse their intensity with intimacy. Because sometimes, the most loving thing you can do is to walk away. Not with anger, not with hate, but with clarity. Understanding narcissism doesn't mean excusing it. It means choosing peace over performance, truth over illusion, healing over chaos. Because behind every narcissist is a wounded child still begging to be loved, but too afraid to be real. That's the psychology of narcissism. Not black and white, not good or evil, just human, messy, complicated, and still deserving of compassion from a safe distance.